Monday. It is Monday. It is January 6th. We are 6 days into 2025. Even though, truthfully, I believe that it is a new year, a new day. Not a new year, but it's a new day every day. So some people have goals for the new year. Some people are like, hey, listen, I'm just going to show up as myself. Whatever it is for you, happy Monday. That's what it is. For me personally, I'm like, okay, what can we do differently this year? But I am not being so strong, so not so strong, being so hard on myself if I don't accomplish goals. I write down goals. Honestly, we write down goals monthly in my household. Sometimes we achieve them, sometimes we don't, but we're trying to not be so hard on ourselves. And that is the title of this live, how to be kinder to ourselves. Okay, so I have some notes so I can stay on track because I ultimately want us to be kind to ourselves, especially if you want to just try something new, if you want to be on track for yourself in a new year. All right, so 5 ways we can be more kind to ourselves. And that first one is prioritizing self-care without guilt. Okay, I want us to be able to take a nap and not be guilty. I want you to be able to say no and not be guilty. I want you to be able to wake up late and not be guilty. And most importantly, I want you to take a day off and not be guilty. These things we feel like we have to do to, be the star of the workplace, be the star parent, keep going, keep pushing hard. But our bodies are going to give out on us eventually if we don't step outside of our comfort zone from saying yes and actually saying no, because this is a big reason why people feel guilty is because they feel bad for saying no. Okay, yeah. Hey, thanks so much for joining. Thanks for so much. So yeah, we're talking about ways that we can be more kind to ourselves. So that's 5 ways, and the first one is prioritizing self-care without guilt. All right, hi Ravi, thank you so much for joining in. All right. The next one is setting realistic expectations. Another way to be kind is setting realistic. Why can't I say realistic? Realistic expectations. And I was just talking about goals. Listen, if you say, "Hey, I want to buy a car within the next 10 days," but you have no money saved for that car, that's unrealistic. Let's be very honest, okay? And I want to address the chat. Lynn said that they have cancer. I don't have cancer, Lynn. I am bald by choice. Thank you for joining me. Thanks so much for everyone for joining. Please put in the chat where you're joining from. I'd love to shout you out, okay? I love to shout you out. And Lee Shirk asks, are you a guy? I'm not a guy. I am a woman. If you're asking that just based on my hairstyle, then boom. And email, thanks for sharing that question, okay? This is not the chat for that. Maybe you should go back to another chat, okay? So I really want to emphasize how you can be kind to yourself because you need to walk into your life feeling joyous. And if you expect someone else to make you feel better, then that's really not going to help you, okay? So I really want to emphasize with you being kind, you need to set those realistic expectations. Again, I got sidetracked. But if you are saying, listen, I'm going to buy this car in 3 days or 10 days and I have no money saved, is that realistic? Okay. How about saying, I'm going to get a promotion at my job, but you just started about like maybe 30 days ago and you really haven't put in the work that you need to? That's not realistic. So being more kind to yourself means being more realistic with yourself. Okay. Another one I have is asking for help and accepting it. Whew. I know this is a tough one for some people, including myself. Asking for help. So before becoming a mom almost 7 years ago, I didn't really ask for help. I didn't really ask for help because I said I could just figure it out and do it by myself. But guess what? Okay. Hey, Maiden in Heaven, thanks for joining me. Okay, TNO Dancer. Hello there. Thanks for joining in. So asking for help is very important because guess what? You're gonna try to juggle literally, and if in a figurative way, you cannot juggle those things all on your own. You know why? It's because you're gonna be stuck on your own and you're gonna be feeling burned down, or burned out, burned down. Hey, say in the same situation, and you're not gonna that doesn't allow for more joy to come into your life because you're just like, oh my God, I gotta do everything on my own. This becomes like a big weight on your shoulders when you don't ask for help, especially if you have a lot of things going on. We always have a lot of things going on. It could be in the workplace, as a parent, it could be as a daughter, as a son, as a spouse, sister, anything within our lives. There's always going to be something going on. It could be big or small, okay? And if you don't ask for help, then how are you going to proceed to move forward? You're like, oh, okay, I can do it by myself. But how can you actually do it by yourself if there's something that else that someone may be good at and they can help you move faster? Okay. Hey, Made in Heaven, thank you. I'm happy that you're joining. Thanks so much for joining in. Okay. So for asking for help, it may be difficult. It is not maybe. It is difficult for a lot of people. Like I said, for me, it was difficult. But when people offered help and I accepted it, that's the big thing. People can offer help, but accepting it is different. You really have to say, okay, take a deep breath if you have to. If they offered it to you, that means they want to help you. And this is something I had to challenge myself with. I was like, okay, what am I doing? Naisha, do you want this help? Because this person is ready and willing to give you the help, but are you willing to accept it? So you may have to take a deep breath and say, okay, yes. Don't even think about it further. Yes, I will take the help. If you dig too deep, well, what does this inconvenience them? Or is this a financial decision for them that they should be making? Or what if it doesn't work out for their time? Do not think about that, okay? Do not think about it. That is not within your limits. They offered you help, so you can definitely take the help that they are offering. Okay, please do, please do. Freeman, thank you so much. Chill guy, I do not have that Will Smith's wife's disease. I do not. Thank you for joining the live. I appreciate it. This live is specifically about 5 ways you could be more kind to yourself. I am bald by choice. I cut my own hair. That is a big question. Okay. Lee Shark said, can you give me advice? My thing down here is a Lee Shark, seek a doctor. Okay. Okay. All right. So the fourth thing I want to share is focus on quality and not quantity. Okay. Listen, the quality of your life is so important that you won't realize that the many things that you bring into your life, the people that you bring into life is very, very important. So let's say you have about 20 friends. What is the quality of your relationship with 20 people? Okay. What is that quality? Are you just associates? Are you just hanging out with these people every other month? How joyous do you feel when you have 20 people in your life? Is that important to you? Tell me, put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Do you believe that you should have 20 friends, or do you believe you can have maybe 2 to maybe 5 close friends that care about you so much that they're willing to be honest with you, that they're willing to help you understand your flaws as well as accept those flaws? Are they willing to help you in situations where you don't want to ask for help? Think about that. Quality over quantity. It's very important, okay? Are those friends just wanting you to just go hang out all night when they know that you have to go to work or school or be a parent in the morning? And they're saying, oh, just forget about it. Those are not friends that you need to hang around, because those friends are the ones that's going to hold you back from the goals that you want to accomplish yourself. However, again, with your 2 to 5, maybe 6 friends, yeah, they are right there with you and for you. Think about it just like that. If you have those friends by your side, you have them possibly for a lifetime, versus having 20 friends who really don't care about you. And that is a large amount of friends, great, but are they bringing, what joy are they bringing to your life? So really think about that. And the fifth one is speak kindly to yourself. This is something that it sounds so easy, but it is so difficult to take in if you don't practice it. If you walk around the house saying, if you look in the mirror and you say, oh, I'm so fat. Look at my stomach. I'm so fat. I'm so fat. Then that's exactly what you're going to believe. You're going to believe that you're so fat. It takes at least 21 days. Now, this is actually, I want to correct myself on this. I found some stats that wasn't true. But I know if you continue to repeat things to yourself, that's what you're going to believe. Okay? So I really, really want you to understand that you have the control of what you bring into your own life as far as verbally. You have control over different other things. But if you state to yourself verbally that I am beautiful, I can accomplish this goal, I am able to do what I want to do, you will internally believe it. So continue to show up for yourself, to continue to speak kind to yourself, okay? Be mindful of the inner dialogue that you have going on, because that's going to help you step into the area that you want to be in. And that's stepping outside of your comfort zone when needed. If you don't step outside of your comfort zone, then you're really just going to be unhappy because you're not seeing the change that you want. Now, if you're a person who doesn't want to see change, that's okay. Just don't seek the change. But if you're a person that wants to seek change, and it could be something small, it doesn't have to be something so grand, then you need to speak kind to yourself so you can progress toward the steps that you need. Being honest, being on YouTube. I kept saying, I am not going to do YouTube because it's so much work, because it's so hard, because it's all that blah, 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 blah. Now, I look forward to being on YouTube. I look forward to showing up and chatting with you guys. I look forward to having fun. I look forward to the creativity that I'm putting out here. I can say I love recording videos, but now editing it, I used to say, oh God, editing is the hardest part for me. But I had to transition out of that negative talk and saying, girl, I am a good editor. What? I enjoy editing. I have a video coming up and I enjoyed that editing session. Let's do it. Think about that. Think about how you will show up for yourself in the so many ways that you didn't show up previously because you were speaking negative. Okay? Another thing I want to add is don't focus on what other people are speaking about you, because that's possibly most likely going to hold you back. If they're speaking life into you, if they're speaking joy and excitement, those are the people you need to hang around. But there's people telling you that you cannot reach your goals, or telling you that your goals are just so big and you're not able to make it. You shouldn't hang around those people. Now, let's talk about a YouTube journey. What if you want to start a YouTube journey and they're saying, oh, well, are you sure you can do that? It's very technical, or you have to stay on top of trends, and I don't think you're good at that. Or you need a big top expensive camera. You need expensive equipment. You need good lighting. You don't have that. You definitely don't need to be around those people. Those people are not for you, okay? So that is speaking kindly to yourself as well as acknowledging who you have in your circle. All right, so I would love to go back to the top 5 ways you could be more kind to yourself, and that is prioritizing self-care without guilt. That is setting realistic expectations. That is asking for help and accepting help. That is a big one, especially for me. That is a big one. Mrs. Ramos, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. The next one is focusing on quality and not quantity. Huge, okay? Really, really huge. The next one is speaking kindly to yourself. If you show up for you, everything I just shared, I can guarantee you that you're going to be a happier person. You're going to walk through life thanking yourself and thanking the crowd that you have around you. It doesn't have to be a great big crowd. A crowd is more than 2. So if it's you and 2 more people, that's a crowd, okay? Hey, listen, do it. If you don't have 2 people within your life that you can look forward to speaking to, if you have that one person, great, you have another outlet. If you don't have anyone, I highly recommend seeking possibly an online social group. I highly recommend going to meetup events using the meetup.com or the eventbrite.com so you can understand who else is out there. There's always people looking to reach out to other friends that they haven't created yet. So if you're looking for friends, they're out there. You just have to put yourself out there a little bit. Again, going to networking events, going to meetup groups if you just moved to a new city. Take that time to invest into yourself, okay? Ashley, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Rushane, today is the day of beauty. I think every day is the day of beauty, just so we can keep showing up for ourselves. And I'm not always so excited every single day. There's tasks that I don't want to do in my household. I do not like folding laundry. I'm just going to be very honest, but I still have to do it. And when I'm doing it, I'm telling myself, Naisha, you can do it. I'm listening to something positive and I'm going to do it, okay? So put in the chat, what are you guys excited about on this Monday? What are you going to do to be more kind to yourself? I'm very curious about that. Okay, thank you everyone for joining in. And I look forward to delivering more lives for you, more YouTube lives, okay? Were you Miss America contestant or Vogue Supermodel? I have never been Miss America contestant or Vogue Supermodel, and I am a woman. Thanks for joining in and asking. Thank you. All right, you all the best. Thank you so much, son. You have a wonderful Monday. All right, I'd love to answer some questions. If you all have any questions related to the topic, please drop it in. The topic is 5 ways you can be more kind to yourself. Linda, thank you for joining in. Linda Lewis, please subscribe. If you all have not subscribed to my channel, I share mental health, self-care, and parenting tips. Please do. Please do. I'd love to share more information with you all, and I'll be joining live a little later. Welcome from India. Thank you again. I'll be joining live. My daughter and I need to finish putting together her Lego set. So I'm going to end for now, but I will be back. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thanks, everyone. Bye.